Greetings and salutations, this is Imperator Vespasian and his trusty sidekick.
Hello.
Given that our blessed government has decided to drop us into a second lockdown, we realised we were going to have absolutely nothing to do, it was going to get boring again, so we thought we'd look around and see if we could get something new. And we found this. The way I found this is an interesting story. I used to get loads of suggested videos for Games Workshop stuff, right? But then when we stopped doing Games Workshop stuff, all those have gone away now, and we started getting unboxing videos for other stuff. And I found a guy doing an unboxing video for this, and I thought, ooh, that looks good. So that shows that YouTube actually works.
Yeah.
So this is a box set called Operation Silver Bayonet, and it's from Italeri, I believe you pronounce it.
Yep.
Yeah, good. And it's set in the Vietnam War, and it's got loads of stuff in. And Italeri appeared to do loads of these sort of things. We found loads of them, didn't we? And you saw that you...
Stalingrad.
Yeah, you quite like the Stalingrad one, which has got a huge factory in it. So I thought, get this first, because this is sort of an enclosed game we can play, and it has everything in it. There's also a very good one with a fort in it, which I won't mind getting as well. So we started off, we thought we'd get this, and it's to keep us busy for at least a few days, and then we'll get back to being depressed again and probably get another box, really. But so this is a set that contains basically everything you see on the bottom. There's loads of stuff in it. And here are some pictures of a completed version and a very, very nice diorama which someone's made, well, which they've made, and it's quite good. Shall we pop it open?
Sure.
Right, what we're going with first?
Let's get all the manuals and stuff out of the way.
Manuals, okay. This is the guidebook you get with it. We've already looked through it, haven't we? So we've already discovered stuff. So we've got the helicopter,
Helicopter's easy.
a tank, armoured car, this is absolutely awesome. So you get trees in it. You just cut the leaves out and you can deck your battlefield with palm trees without having to buy any, which is quite good. That's the buildings at the back and some bridge, bunkers, all that sort of stuff. And we will do videos when we've done them, shall we?
Yeah.
When we've put it all together, we'll see what we're doing. I don't think we're going to build a full diorama. We'll build a battlefield that you can put together as a diorama. So that's the guidebook. And which next?
Basing. There were figures. Figures,
right. Okay. I'm letting you run this one.
Yay.
I can't get into the plastic bag. Please keep your hands inside the vehicle while we unpack the bag. Right. So we have there's some stretchers here. This appears to be a little sort of hospital or aid station, and that I believe is a watch post. Guard post.
Yeah.
So that's on the edge of your fire base. That is. And theoretically people check you to make sure you're not a bad person. Yeah, that's quite cool.
Who goes there?
Yes, who goes there? This is a bunch of sandbags and a tower by the look of it, so that's quite nice too. And then we get to the figures. Okay, well, we're going VC first or Americans?
Americans.
Americans, okay. So
CT popular at the moment.
well, half of them anyway. That's the Americans. They're quite nice. Let's see if I can get the camera to zoom in properly. The camera doesn't want to zoom.
Yay, fun.
Can you see those? They're quite good. I think they're in focus.
There you go.
Is that right? You hold that. Right, and I hold this. Right, so we have a few guys with M16s. He appears to be a Was it ARNV? Is it?
They can't
What's
see
it called?
anymore.
Can they? Oh, sorry. ARNV. I think he's South Vietnamese army. That guy. We've got some more American soldiers. A Green Beret. A guy who looks like the guy from... Well, he's not really muscly enough to be Rambo, is he? Now, have you seen Rambo?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he looks quite good. A guy with a grenade launcher. Grenade launchers were cool. Those grenade launchers had all sorts of different ammunition you could fire. So you could fire a grenade, but you could also fire all sorts of other stuff like light flares, things like that. And there was also a round that contained glass granules, which was a bit like a shotgun, and it shredded whatever you shot it at, which is absolutely horrific, but it's fun. Also fired phosphorus. Then we've got a guy, he looks like he's jumping out of a helicopter, doesn't he?
Yeah.
A second Green Beret, that appears to be duplicated. Oh, it's a guy with a shotgun. He keeps that for close encounters.
He's just chilling.
Yeah, this is nice. He's definitely South Vietnamese army, that guy there. And there's a wounded soldier. I presume he's carrying the wounded soldier. Another Green Beret. Then we've got a... That actually is a Rambo type character, isn't it? Oh, it's... Pick American war film. That's the guy from the American war film.
So he looks just like the guy from 39th Battalion.
Yeah, it could be him, but he's got an M16. 39th Battalion was set in the 1940s. You got a chap on a radio, which is handy, so you can call in continuous airstrikes on your own position. It's a very good tactic used by the Americans. The only way in Vietnam that the Americans could figure out where the Viet Cong were is when the Viet Cong were overrunning their fire bases. So then they just got the other Americans to shell them. So that's good. That's how every single Vietnam film seems to end.
Yeah. Broken arrow.
Yeah. Can you pull the thing behind so we can get in focus again?
Boom.
That actually works. How does that work? I don't know how that works. Right, so we've got more or less duplicates of the other side. So we've got quite a lot of duplication. The Streltsy figures don't have as much duplication as these, but it's not bad because you're going to be using them, you're going to be basing them all differently and stuff, so you can get away with that. So that's the Americans. Should we go into the Vietnamese? Okay. So what we got here? They're just standard. I was going to say they were North Vietnamese soldiers. No, they actually look more like Viet Cong. Yeah, or Viet Minh, should I say. So they're Viet Minh. The Americans call them Viet Cong. These are Viet Minh soldiers. I think there might be a few regulars in here. Let's have a look. Can I find any hats for the regulars? No, they all appear to be Viet Minh. But I suppose you could always paint some up as something else. They actually might be... Oh, there's a guy with a little interesting hat. You know, the Chairman Mao hat. Yeah, that's nice. Not really much to say on them.
Yeah, no.
Now, there appear to be a lot of duplications on them, although we do have a few characters at the bottom here. There's a wounded guy down here, which is okay, and he appears to be pulling him. A guy throwing a grenade. Could he be an officer of some kind? So, not bad. Not bad figures. It really tell more when I've painted them up, because when I'm painting them I'll get to see the detail on them properly. It's not easy with this camera. So that's the Viet Cong. Sorry, Viet Minh. Yeah, I think they're regulars, actually. I think they're North Vietnamese army. Those ones there, given by the kit they're carrying. But again, I'll tell when I paint them up. Next.
Helicopter.
Oh, helicopter. Okay. Well, there we have the pack for the helicopter. There's no point in unpacking it, really.
No, it's just a helicopter.
You'll see when we assemble it, we'll see what we can do. Is there a flying stand with it?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think that is. No, it's not. That's windows. Yeah. Okay, I can make a flying stand. I make them all the time anyway. Then we've got a M48 tank, which is is it the Patton tank, the M48? It's a shame. The M48 is an actual awesome tank, but it doesn't really pop up much because it was during the Cold War. So it's like the Leopard. The Leopard's an amazing German tank. It's never seen combat. It's always ready for combat.
Yeah.
At least some of the later American stuff got to see combat. Mostly against very, very out-of-date Russian stuff. But yeah, then we've got a M113 armoured personnel carrier. These were used extensively by both the Americans and the South Vietnamese. So you could paint it up as either, although there's not really enough South Vietnamese figures to sort of do as a unit. They're just sort of advisors. And then we've got the houses, and that's one house, which is just brilliant. That's a house.
Very nice.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be fun to put together. It looks, oh god. Mind you, given all the Japanese houses we've been scratch building, I think this will be a doddle. So that's a 2-floor house there, and if you look, I don't know how well you can see in the background, if I can adjust the camera, you can't really see it, there's a 2-floor house over there. It's basically the same building. Oops. So, yeah, that's quite good. That's quite good, I like it. So we'll put those together and see what we can do with it. So what do you think?
Pretty awesome, isn't it?
It's pretty good. You get more or less everything in it. Oh, we've got some decals. What decals have we got? Let's say you can disguise your helicopter as an ambulance. Do you think it made any difference if you put a...
No.
No. I don't think it did.
No, because every single one of them had a 50 cal
But
machine gun on it.
Yeah. I'm not really sure if the ambulances were armed. I'm not. Mind you, the Americans, so they probably were.
They weren't, and then as soon as they landed, the Vietnamese, okay, then the machine gun the Vietnamese.
I know on the Eastern Front, ambulances were basically a huge target because what the Soviets used to do was put ammunition in them. I dare say the Germans did too. so they found a few ambulances with ammunition in them, and so they said, right, that's it, fair game. Anything that's an ambulance shape, we'll shoot. In the Battle of Hong Kong, there was an ambulance that was all shot up. So clearly the Japanese did the same.
Yeah.
So if it moves, it's a military vehicle. You're not supposed to shoot ambulance ships. Ambulance
You're not
things.
to kill medics either.
You're not supposed to shoot medics.
They always do get shot though.
Yes, your grandfather was a medic in Malaya, and they didn't take prisoners, did they? So he ended up carrying weapons because they would kill him if they caught him. So, but that's the thing. That's the thing that happened. So let's have a look. I was wondering if there's any decals for the helicopter. There.
That's a lot.
Oh, teeth. They're teeth, aren't they, for the front of the helicopter?
Yeah.
Cool. I usually paint stuff like that on. It's handy having decals. So that's the decals for the helicopter. That's it. That's the entire box. So we'll be able to play some Vietnam games.
Actually, have we ever done that?
We did.
We've done Japanese.
We've done Japanese in 28mm, but now we're doing it in 20mm because we're downscaling. You can have bigger armies that way. What else? No, I don't think we've done Vietnam before. I did have a 10mm Vietnam many years ago when Pendragon brought out their Vietnam range. We did BM Phu. So it wasn't actually Americans, it was French. So French versus Viet Minh. And that was an awesome game, but it was all in 10mm, so we had the Iliat and Elion and all the other fire bases around BM Dien Phu. And the French lost every single game because the Viet Minh had too much artillery. So first turn, everyone shoots Iliat. Second turn, everyone shoots Gabrielle. Next turn, so that's it, you just lose. It's not fair. The only good thing was having you had both French and American Air Force cover. Unfortunately, the Viet Minh would always set up their anti-aircraft batteries where they knew the Americans would be coming from.
Yeah.
So you always got you. We lost more planes than we actually dropped bombs. So yeah, never won a battle. But then we got rid of that to start 28mm bolt action stuff. Because we have not got finite room. So when we start a new project, we have to get rid of something we've already got. Because otherwise, we would have boxes and cases of stuff we never play with.
Exactly.
So we're currently shifting a load of our old stuff. The plague hasn't helped, has it?
No.
It's really thrown all our scheduling off. However, it has got us this is what the plague did. It ended up with playing Samurai. So we have these Samurai games we've been playing. And we'll have to video one. Your troops are the guys in red, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Does look awesome.
Takeda.
Yeah, good luck trying to explain that one to me.
Yeah. My wife plays Odo because it's easy to pronounce. You're Imagawa, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
And I am the guys who won.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I didn't actually pick them as the guys who won. It just happened to be. Although technically Odo won, but then he was betrayed and murdered, and so his friend ended up being Shogun. It's a long story. Don't worry about it. It's not important. We're doing Vietnam. So that's it. That's a nice little game in a box. You have all the figures you really need to play a game with. You have two tanks, or a tank and an armoured car, a helicopter, loads of buildings and scenery, and all this additional scenery here. And there's also DIY scenery in the back, which we will put together and see what we can do, and we'll do a video on it when we've done. So, as lockdown is here, we have something to do.
Exactly.
So that's going to be fun. Right, we've also got 20mm Japanese game as well. No, that's 28mm. The background there is 28mm Japanese game set in samurai area, but we also have World War II Japanese as well. We've got a load of them. So we'll keep a lookout for that. So, this has been Imperator Vespasian. You do the outro thing.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below what you think of the Operation Silver Bayonet by Italeri.
Italeri?
Well, it can be Italeri. It means you put an extra I next to the E.
Italeri.
So it's have to be Italeri. Italeri.
Italeri.
Italeri.
Italeri.
Italeri.
Italeri.
Italeri.
Italeri.
Italeri.
Italeri.
Atari.
It's not Atari. Atari's a games console.
And where does the R come from?
Yeah, there's no R in it.
Well, whatever it is.
If it was Japanese, the A would be an A.
Well, you can tell our first market is the Italian market because that's where the first little bio is, and then it's British.
Oh, that's a lot. Yeah,
German,
that's true.
French.
That's true. So the people they primarily sell to are the Italians, British, the Germans. We're not going to talk about them. What's that? Is that Russian at the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Cyrillic. There we go. There's Russians there. Spanish. Is it Spanish?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spanish. Great people. Don't know who they are. Never heard of them. Don't know. They might be our friends soon. Anyways, given what's going on in America, they're probably going to need more allies. So, thank you very much for watching. He's already done the outro, so we're just going to leave.
And then for me.
And everything from him.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Okay.
Bye bye.
You're going to a baby voice.
Well, we've got one coming, so. Right. Goodbye.